Are you looking for answers about extraterrestrials, or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings all. Thank you for joining us today for tonight's channeling. Tonight's I have a cat right here down the floor, so she's quiet, so it should be alright. Yeah, Essassani, because of Bashar's predictions about 2016, about the crash and everything, at least economy-wise. So we'll see what comes through. Everyone has their own version of it, that's for sure. Arcturian was suggested. Any other requests? If not, that's okay. It's a little bit warm in here. Okay. It's winter time and now it's hot. Again. I think it's some 70 degrees. So, alright, blessings all, and see you on the other side. See how this goes. Greetings. I am Neiman from the Assasani. It's been a while. Greetings all of you humans. Greetings Earth. Greetings Mother Gaia. We're glad to make this connection. We are still adjusting. We haven't been here for a while. There's new things here. Chakra points are opened more than they were before. And there's many here that have a more open mind Not to say you didn't have that before, but now you've learned more than you did the last time we were here. In this conduit, greetings. We send healing to all of you. To introduce ourselves, we are Essassani, whatever you want to call us. It does not matter. What's the most important is information. But even the information, does that even matter in the end? It matters where you are spiritually in the end. Now, does that matter most? Meaning, are you more connected to who you are? It doesn't matter if you believe this or not, if this conduit, or this, where this is coming from, does not really matter. But what excites us the most is that you're connecting more to spirit and connecting more to source, you can say. To realize there are other earths, other dimensions, your third eye can see quite clearly where your eyes can only see only so far. That is what excites us, and hopefully excites you also. So in the future, you will be connecting to our viewpoints also, meaning you'll see what we see. This is what excites us, and it excites you knowing that these days are soon ahead, or they are here already in some shape or form. We realize that Bashar, this is one part of our collective, as mentioned about 2016 predictions. And all those are probable predictions, not set in stone. Nothing is. Even as you said those words, the future changed slightly, as it always does. So meaning that anything can happen. But there'll be a crash of your economy. If it is, it's to bring balance to your society. And realize this, in 2008, realize that many of you in Astral, most, wanted a change and readjustment. Many became focused on material possessions and did not know who they were. So you can say that crash was to find yourself in some ways. Of course, that was not easy, but nothing is here. Nothing is easy here, but many in Astral wanted it to happen. You in this physical form, no, not so much. But in your astral you, your spiritual you, wanted this to... It's like, I want me in the human body to know me in the spirit form. And realize many wakened up to much information. Not to say that the economy of this year will crash, but there'll be tremors here and there. Anything is possible. As we said, the future constantly changes. So it is incorrect to say exactly these things are going to happen. Of course, that was not the message. But it's a probability of certain awakenings within your human collective. And an economy sliding might be for certain individuals, but not all. And this is decided upon you, not us. Realize that. This is not us making any decisions. We are just reading the energies, reading or speaking to you, where you do not always remember. Reason we are here is to clarify some, and also to bring balance. Those out there who are still spiritually unaware of who they are, kind of just filled with fear. Most on your planet, not all, well, a high percentage don't even know what spirituality is. Religion teaches much of the opposite of religion, places fear, and just like your news media, it takes the soul on a journey, but not necessarily a spiritual journey. Sort of like entertainment, you could say. Is there any questions?
Hi, this is Michelle.
Greetings.
Greetings. I'm curious. I watched the Bashar video with the prediction, and I had a very strange response in my solar plexus area. It was my response to the collapse. The was of joy.
Yes.
Um, I don't know why I would respond that way, and I wanted to check in on why I might respond that way.
You realize it's more of a spiritual hallelujah, you could say. Yes, financially, money-wise, that your earth side, your human side, was not disagree with that, but with your spiritual side is just taking a deep breath or just thanking the world, the humanity, I should say, thanking it for finally waking up. This is a chance for it to wake up. That's why. It's a chance. Yes, money has blinded society into become a slave race as you look at it, keeping you away from spirituality. Money is spirituality to many. So your spiritual, your solar plexus, your spiritual side is connecting to the joy of the rest of the world, the rest of humanity, finally waking up to what humanity truly is. Does that make any sense?
Yes, it has nothing to do with. That makes perfect sense to me on a
Yes.
spiritual level.
Yes.
Um, just a real quick side note. It made me wonder if I had any connection to your race. Like if I had a aspect of myself that already knew the greatness of why this would be so good.
Yes. Yes, with you have aspects that are gray, the Zetas, that are connected closely with our race. So you are in great connection with us because the grays are working with us to connect with you.
Thank you. Much love.
Much love.
Hello, this is Sarah.
Greetings.
Greetings. I was going to actually thank you for stating what you said about, um, the financial, it would be a collapse for some and a building for others.
Yes.
Um, and I keep getting this idea that as one goes down, another will be coming up, another system that is.
Yes, always. Yes.
So it won't be like a collapse where everybody just like, okay, it's an uproar and nobody knows what to do. It's going to be like a measuring of as that one goes down, the next will come up.
That is correct. But there will be some that will be in panic mode. And these are the ones that are connected to fear, where they take a problem and how they do it on your world, they make it into 100 problems.
Mm,
They make it more into what it is. But yes, you are correct.
okay, good. And I wanted to ask you, I was going to mention all that I already mentioned, and I started shaking as in uncontrollably. Like something is, I don't know what's happening right now because I am just shaking.
Because you're feeling the vibrations of Mother Earth slowly going into, you can say, a higher density, slowly. So you're just getting used to it. You can feel the awakening slowly. You can say it's like sunlight that is slowly what is the word that's on your planet, that is moving into a landscape. As light slowly hits it, this is what you're feeling. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it's like my body is contracting and going outward at the same time. It's weird.
Yeah, it's adjustment. It's adjusting. I don't see it going on for very much longer. I think you're getting used to a higher vibration is what's happening.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name's Joe. I've been waiting for this collapse for a long time. I'm very excited about it. Do you know, I didn't watch the channeling video. Do you know when it's going to happen and how long the aftermath is going to be? Approximately.
Well, it's probability, not exactly for sure. Around May, you'll start to see tremors of this, if it even happens at all. In late December, you'll see the results. That's if this all goes into effect. But that doesn't mean it will exactly, as you might think. Now, there will be tremors throughout your economy here and there. Giant corporations that have had it easy will eventually have the opposite effect. And that will help increase the slide of your economy. So there's no probable exact time, because it all depends on human nature and free will. That is all.
Hello, it's Sarah again.
Yes.
I was going to mention as well, for the most part, people who have channeled the Essassani race, they always have a certain energetic signature. I'm not exactly feeling that from you.
It is different here. More of the Zeta is here that we connect with. It is a different energy.
So you're more of a Zeta than human? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And how does that tie into the Essassani?
Well, we are part of their race. There are different types of Assasani within the race, just like you have Lyran. Some look more like Greys, some look more human. So we all have a different vibration.
Okay, I see. Is there anything you would like to tell us about yourself, maybe?
You can also say about our energy levels, it is quite different. We channel through this one differently. There are several of us here right now. Most of us are around 5 foot tall, bald. When I say we look like Greys, meaning our face is more similar to what you would say as a Gray, where the other Assasanis are more human, but more humanistic. Some of us chose a more Zeta-looking face to remember our, you could say, founders in some way. Of course, we're part of Earth also, so you are part of our genetic DNA. But yes, as for what I do, communication, just like others, I channel through this one. And also, I have a family like what you do on your planet. Wife, children. Most of them are bald. Bald children. Not a bald wife. But yes, we are part of. Of course, Essassani is not always fully understood. We are part of the same time, but not part of the same, you could say, group, meaning Bashar has his gang, you could say, or his society, where they're mostly alike. And ours, we are part of Assasani, where we are more of the explorers that are mostly in space. Of course, with Bashar, he says he's in space here and there, and that is true, but not always. Sometimes he's channeling from his planet. For our group that I'm a part of, we are mostly on ship, watching this planet because you are our grandfathers, you can say. Since as a conduit, we are connected to this one through family. So it's different. That is all. As for energy-wise, you can say you can say disguise our energy levels a little bit differently. Essassani, pure Essassani is sometimes hard to handle at times because it's like having a car battery that is just about to explode in some ways. Meaning information overload mostly. We are a little bit more toned down in that. Maybe that's why the vibration levels are so different.
Um, can you tell us a little bit about, well, there was an iron ore incident in Brazil around Minas Gerais, and it basically is covering the entire river in that area and going into the ocean. What are some of the things we can do to help heal that situation, or is it something that kind of needs to happen for humanity to wake up?
Yes and no for humanity to wake up. I
Meaning to
was
nature,
to nature,
natural.
yes. Send your love, send your prayers. It can be healed. It is a natural process right now that's going on. And there's,
Hmm.
for the most part, not much you can do about it, but you can always send love to that area. And that will speed up the process, heal it.
Does iron ore naturally sink to the bottom and be absorbed by Gaia?
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
So is it totally harmful as we perceive it,
Not
or is it
really. It's
not
natural.
really?
It's natural.
Okay, so I can relax about that.
Yes, it is. Looks harmful, but it is natural. The organisms will come back. Everything will come back eventually. It is just a course of nature that nature has chosen.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, this is Christy. And I had a question about, I had a thought come to me yesterday that I was an energetic negotiator for the Zeta Gray or the Gray or Essassani. I didn't know which of those, but I see myself as like a Zeta. Could
Yes.
you tell me more what that energetic negotiator is?
Oh, yes. For Essassani, yes, you are or are a negotiator. Yes. For languages, translator. Yes, you bring much healing to beings that are need healing, such as when Essassani speaks with reptilians that aren't exactly friendly. As for negotiations, you can say that, but to help build alliances. You bring much heart to the situation. Most is needed, that's for sure.
That's awesome. Thank you for that.
Hello. Could you tell me a little bit about what I've been doing in the Astral lately? I haven't been able to remember. And if you have any advice or messages for me.
Yes. Messages from your reptilian other self, you can say, your other aspect. Say you are doing. He says you're doing well, even if it might not seem like that, but you are doing well. You're waking up more to reality. There are some things that are reality for you in some ways are clouded, meaning in the spirit realm, to understand it fully. And little by little, they're opening up the true reality of the spirit world. As for your astral side, yes, the astral you wish to keep all that quiet right now. Yes, it seems like you're going through, you could say, a spiritual cleansing, and your skills are being sharpened right now. That is why you're not going to be able to remember your astral visitations for quite some time. It's like you're going through, interesting. It's like you're going through a car wash right now. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, anytime. Have any idea when the car ride's over? Because it kind of sucks.
Well, not necessarily sucks, because when you come out, you'll be seeing things a little bit more clearly. So yes, I understand why you're seeing why it's aggravating. That is understandable, because it's like you're closed down, shut down for a while. You're not at your full capacity as you used to be, and that is for reasons of you're being slowly. You're going to a direction where you'll see things more clearly, such as the angels that are around you. Raphael, mostly we have other angels. Raphael, Archangel Raphael is always around you, cleansing. He is cleansing your solar plexus and your third eye, and opening you up more to your other selves. This is what's going on, so you can see more clearly who you are, and to make sense of why you are here and the events that you've been through. I believe recently. But they're going to bring a information so you know why certain things happen. That's all I have.
Alright, thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I have a question. Do you have any messages for the collective and or for myself that I could do to be, I guess, of any assistance to Gaia and or the universe with my recent shift to my new location and feeling different shifts in my vibration as well, and just a little bit of clarity on maybe things I can do to assist.
Yes, your Archangel Michael wants to say that he loves you, bro, and he's always around you. Something about the women that you're interested in. He seems to be digging your digs. He's helping you connect to females to be more clear of your intentions. And reason being is so you have more comfort in your life, whereas sometimes it is rough around the edges. Trying to bring more for you to relax more, to connect with yourself better. And this is why you connect with others a little bit easier and calm down yourself, because there's areas where it gets, say, tied up sometimes within. To give you more of as for Michael is working with you to ground better and to connect with Gaia better. Yes, Gaia is like a girlfriend, that is true. Yes, because you had past lives with her. Through on this planet and others. Not sure if you knew about this or not.
This is new awareness for me. Thank you.
Welcome.
Is there anything that in specific that Spirit would appreciate me in doing while I'm here? Intentioning, doing anything certain.
To meditate more, and also to connect with the Greys more. Reason being, because you have information that because you see the other side of them, such as society sees them as one thing, your connection with them sees them as another, and you can bring out their more tender side. This is up to you, of course, but this seems to be pretty important to at least put it out there. At least.
Thank you. That's really interesting because a couple nights ago, Sister Kayla and I were asleep, and I had a real lucid dream where I felt like I was out of my body, and I felt like I was looking at two beings, and I felt like they saw me, and I was a little surprised. And then I woke up and Sister Kayla saying, "Oh my gosh, I just saw like a gray outside."
Yes.
And that's when I had woke up, and the idea was that came to me that I was the gray being that they saw.
Yes. Also, they're working on your third eye to open it up more. And this right there will give you some comfort to help you relax more and help you meditate more and connect with Gaia more clearly. This is in your near future. But yes, as the Zetic connection you have right now is very close. You're closer than it's ever been. Reason being, they are assisting you with your third eye and with your, you can say, upcoming awakening. You're already awakened, but there's more.
I understand.
And when I say more, meaning you'll wake up feeling like you're on another planet.
I've been feeling almost as if I've been living in like a real lucid dream lately.
Yes.
Like a super lucid dream.
Yes, and that will increase. The realism of that will increase.
Where it doesn't like the what's occurring in dream state, I'm waking up and it's occurring in my awake state as well, a lot more often.
Yes. Oh yes, yes, and that will increase also. Yes. Where you're at the shopping at the grocery store, and you'll step out and feel like you're somewhere else.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Many blessings. Namaste.
Hello, Neiman. My name is Bianca. I wanted to know if there's any messages for me from Gaia, and if there's any suggestions from her on how I can help her more in any way.
Send her love.
Mm-hmm.
Moment. Yes, you and Gaia, yes, is becoming, had a past life together. As you as an elemental, as a fairy, had a lifetime with Gaia, spent time with her, laughed with her, along with the other elementals, when the time of the world where it was peaceful. As for helping her today, you're already doing this now. You're already helping her, what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. And I have a question from somebody on the outside. Her name's Julie. She wanted to know if there's a community in Arizona that works with the hybrid children, or is it only in the astral?
There is a community, but it's not going to be easy to connect with them in the physical. They still know what they're doing. It's a small one, like very few. But an astral will be the easiest. Also, I want to go on to your first question. As for your connection with the Greys, this is a message that your connection with the Greys will increase. There's a female Grey, I believe you know who this is, and your connection with her will increase, meaning information from the Greys will come to you to speak with others when the time is right, when this works for you. Already, I believe you can do this with languages, but also be through telepathic information. This is always up to you to accept this information from this female Grey. You can say this is another aspect of you. As for that case, this is not someone you know. This is not one you've connected with already. This is another aspect of you as a Zeta. And she'll send you healing to help you I would say, strange word, conform, but to become more human a little bit, to make your life a little bit easier for you, to understand the human condition a little bit easier, and to let go of certain situations that might be bothering you. This other aspect of you can also help you see more of the light, if that makes any sense, meaning more of the spiritual light, to become more spiritual.
Okay.
Hopefully that wasn't too much.
Oh no, that's perfect. Thank you. Much love.
Yes, I had a question one more time about me and Bianca. We were wanting to do channeling together and practice it doing that. Do you have any advice for us?
Have you practiced already? No.
No.
Well, when you start practicing, you will be led into the right direction. You don't need any information from me. I think you already have an idea of how to do it.
Okay.
Just to have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. Don't wear yourself out. But realize the information that's coming through is most likely not you. If that makes any sense.
Okay. Thank you so much. Much love.
Much love.
Hello, Neiman.
Oh.
Much love to you. I was wondering if there's any messages from my Essassani Shikani self.
Yes, you have many. Yes, you have many there. They are doing well. They're connect. This will give you 1 moment. There are times here where you wish you were more connected to the channeling energy, correct? So you can channel more?
I channel languages and stuff, and I'm in the process of channeling here.
Well, they wanted to let you know that, realize when you came to this world, they're just giving you information. On other worlds, you were a channeler. This is similar to this. Nothing's similar, but here on this world, you chose to do more of a human life. Well, of course, you have memories of your extraterrestrial past lives and current lifetimes, I should say. But the reason that you're not connecting the way you thought you would is because you're part of a human timeline or part of a human chart. And there's reasons for this because the information that you're gathering is going to be vital in your future lifetimes. So the more you get, the better. As for the alien channelings, as for the languages, that right there is pretty powerful. And it might be more powerful than you realize.
Sweet, thank you. I had a dream like yesterday, where I was like in a base or some type of complex, and I remember the end of it where there's somebody to the next to me. I was driving, and we were going to a dead end, and I could go right or left. And he said, "Which way do you go?" And I said, "Which way is the easiest?" And he told me, and then basically I think I woke up, but I think in that dream too, I also remember we were going down this real steep like mountain road, and he said, "Watch it because on the right there's like a real fall off," and so we had to stay to the far left, and it was very narrow incline, very steep going downhill. I was wondering if you had more information on that dream. Thank you.
One moment. That was a dream from your Palladian side, your other Palladian aspect, meaning to watch out for what you're doing. Some of the decisions you make can be disruptive in your life. One moment. That you're going in the right direction, but there are some times where you're by a slippery slope. And that you've missed some major ones that did not realize it. Some situations that could have turned into a situation that you will not enjoy all that much. Does that make any sense?
Yes, very, very much. Do you have any information on the financial crisis of Nasara, National Economic Security and Reformation Act?
Yes, one moment. There is new money being put into this system. There are other systems being developed. I believe you know of some of them. As for when this is all part of. One moment. Many markets are kept alive by this funding because it's like money just appears and pushed into markets across your planet. Mostly in China right now because there isn't much vulnerabilities there. But there are many new systems developed, just as secretive as your black projects. And in these systems, there are many that will sustain your economy, make it less dependent on paper, and make it more just like you hear about other planets, meaning where everyone's taken care of. That does exist here, or at least it can exist, where you have the basics. But that is being kept suppressed from your society. Meaning this can be turned on without hesitation. And of course, yes, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yes, definitely. I completely agree with you. And one more quick question. Do you have any info about this guy, a friend of ours named JC? He's short. He's been hanging around here a lot. He's a friend of ours. But I had some odd happen to me in the poker room one time. Something just out of the blue. I was talking to this guy on my left about. We were just chit chatting. I said, "Oh, you're my arch nemesis. You're my nemesis. Meaning you're my foe. Or you're my enemy, or whatever." And he says, "Well, I think JC is more of that." And that just so it's kind of odd because my connection with him and JC, I don't have a clue. I mean, is there anything there I should worry about, or is there anything about JC that I could get info on?
No, no information. We can tell from his energy that he is honest, but I would not worry about anything. No, that's just words.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Much love, Pastor Mike.
Hello. Hello, it's Sarah again.
Yes.
I was going to ask if my uh, spirit guides or if any of the spirits have any messages for me at the moment.
Yes. They say there might. One moment. They have many messages for you, such as channeling. Is this something that you've attempted recently?
I've channeled many times. It's never been like, okay, on demand. It just comes out through conversation, maybe.
Oh, yes. What they're saying is that you are ready for public consumption, meaning your channeling can be put on the public domain if you have the ability, is what they're saying.
Yes, I'm putting myself out there. I want myself to be out there. Um, but what else are they picking up at the moment for me?
Well, the reason they're mentioning this is because you'll become more spiritual. It will lighten your energy up more. You will see more, hear more, become more comfortable as the world, as you say, as the world changes. Another reason for your energy disruption recently is meaning that there's so much energy within you right now that a lot of it wants to come out, meaning messages.
Mm-hmm.
That you are ready. Of course, you have this is your free will, of course, but they're just messages.
Oh, I'm totally ready.
Yes. Yes.
It's my free will.
Exactly. So there's no, they're just they're just mentioning it. That is all. They're not pushing you to anything. They're just giving you encouragement. That is all.
Well, thank you.
As for any other messages, you have the ability to manifest. There might be some hesitation there, but that's understandable because of this planet and its the third density vibration that sort of blows out the candle as soon as it's lit.
Mm-hmm.
But your manifesting abilities are strong. It's just, and this is another thing why they mentioned channeling, because that will give you more confidence and understanding of how powerful you truly are.
Well, I'm very ready to move on.
Well, you can build this. Yes, I see that. I feel that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And was there anything else, or is that the most of it?
I think that was, I believe what they're saying is you know what they don't have to say anything else.
Very well, thank you. Much love.
Hello there.
What?
Just for general awareness, can you tell us about the black-eyed children, please?
One moment. Can you mention that name again?
Just for general awareness, can you tell us anything about the black-eyed children? A person in particular called Killy Tucker?
One moment. One moment. Downloading. Only that they're spiritual beings, and not always who they seem to be, meaning that many disguise their appearance. Cloak and dagger, cloak themselves to be mysterious, not to be understood. They're spiritual beings that connect to Mother Gaia. They all have individual missions just like you do, but theirs are of a spiritual sense, meaning that they are usually in a fourth density mentality. And this fourth density mentality heals others just by words. Where it has healing ability. I believe you see that in some counselors that's similar to what they have. Hopefully that explained them a little bit at least.
Thank you.
Greetings, Neiman. This is Ash.
Greetings.
And I wanted to know if you could give me any guidance or advice on raising my general energy levels. Ever since I got the Draco, I've been low energy, so it just makes things like channeling harder to do. So I'm wondering if my low energy is still from the Draco or if it's from something else, and what I could do to raise it.
Realize this, you have many Zetas around you at this time. Not in a negative way, but you're receiving many downloads. And these downloads are interfering with your channeling ability.
Ah.
Yes. And this is something you asked for. Not sure if you remember, but it is something you are also receiving Zeta infusions along with the Draco, which might be interfering with the Draco slightly. I know you already... I see like a 5% infusion from the Zetas. Not sure if you had this before, but you have it now.
Whoa.
And this is adjusting right now. This is something you asked for. The reason being you have this is so when you channel, so you can go deeper into the universe, meaning go into different subconsciouses of planets that you wish to connect with, societies that haven't been discovered yet, I believe. And mostly you're like a spiritual Indiana Jones in some ways, but not to bring back, well, you bring back information from places that have not been explored yet. So, as for, yes, when you're, I believe, I noticed it feels like it'll be another month. I believe you can channel slightly, but not like it used to. After 1 month, it feels like it'll be more clear. Hopefully that makes sense.
Awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. That all completely resonates.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And to add, you have Dracos around you also. These are friends, and they're assisting with your channeling abilities. But yeah, you're on vacation, you can say, but not forever, not for much longer.
Wonderful. Much love.
Much love.
Hi, this is Michelle. I noticed that the Essassani, or Bashar's people, I guess that's what they're called, they tend to love giving probabilities. And maybe you guys love probabilities also.
Yes.
So I'm curious to know probabilities of my son having an open mind or opening up to his abilities.
There is much hesitation there. Mostly, it will, within a couple of years, as he matures more, he will realize that it's something he cannot ignore anymore. And he feels that what he's picking up, what's around his abilities, are not there to harm him, but to help others and to help himself also. And he'll realize that his abilities are of a higher degree than others in some ways, not to say he's better than anyone, but more aware of his spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of years is probably, there's so much hesitation there, so much growing up needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
But we see he will finally accept who he is.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So while I have you, I want to ask you about, I received a beautiful gift of healing and an apology from Zetas. I think it was Zetas. And I know that, I don't know how it could be arranged, but I know my daughter would probably really benefit from the same. If you have any ideas on that.
Well, is she afraid of them by?
Yes.
Yes, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why she does not have that visitation yet.
No.
As soon as her fear level goes down.
Well, she had a flashback, of being taken,
Yes.
and so, I have no memories, and I got an apology. I think that, and I know I was given healing, and so, I mean, I would just want the same for her, basically.
Well,
I don't know why if it's possible.
it all depends on her fear level, and if she wants this apology. But if she brings out her fears, lets the past be the past, and understand them. She can meditate on. This is up to her, of course. Meditate on those situations to release and to learn from those situations. There's much learning there, made her to the person she is today.
Mm-hmm.
And once that fear is gone, she will no doubt have them. They are around, but they aren't around too close.
They seem to be around me, or at least that's my sense.
Oh, yes.
And what kind of numbers?
This time 3.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Naaman.
Yes.
Hey, I just got a couple more questions.
Yes.
I was wondering if you could tap into my abilities in my current, where I'm at, as in to activate my telepathy, and just getting the ball in the row of becoming fully conscious and moving into my healing, or what is my true soul mission, or if you have any clue as to what I was. You said a little bit about being human and having experience of more aspects of that. Just if you had any more info on.
Well, what I have is that you came in here as a Pleiadian, and you connected to other races, but mostly Pleiadian. And as for your abilities, this is why you have visits by other Pleiadians saying, get your act together. But your mission here is for family to understand, to keep your family together, and also others that you connect with. Meaning you're there as like a rock. You're there to share love, you're sending out like a spider web, you can say, of love, compassion. You care about others, no matter differences or race or whatever it is. You have love for those, and that right there, you realize your love there spreads out beyond you to others, and it leaves them and goes to others that they know. They're just not aware of this. So, meaning that at least what they're saying to me is your mission here is to share love in a way that others aren't fully understanding in that way. Does that make any sense?
Yes. Yes.
There's more to it, but that's what they want you to know right now.
Okay, sweet. I've been getting some tingling in my left palm. Is there any mainly sometimes when I'm like I wave to all people at my work, and sometimes like when I'm waving, or at that time my left palm will start tingling, and only my left palm really will start itching and stuff. Is there any info on that?
Not at this time. No information on that.
Sweet, sweet. One more. Is there any way I can get a ride to the light chambers? There's any beings or putting the word out if I can get ride to the light chambers to get physically healed, or any of my bodies healed.
I believe you've been there, you just don't remember it.
Sweet. Any more info on that?
What they're telling me, this is from your Palladian family, is that this is why you're still where you are. That assisted with to help you through your day-to-day life. There was a time, not now, but a while back, where you're there every day. You just don't remember it. And this is why you want to go back. Does that make any sense?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I wish. What's stopping me from being? I mean, I keep releasing the belief systems of limitation and condition, and I have to suffer and stuff, and keep supporting the belief system. I can physically heal myself, and I can create my own world, and I'm constantly focusing on that. I'm just wondering. I mean, is this how? I mean, I'm just wondering what the progress or process is, how long or slow, or because I am releasing any blockages or any things that are holding me from being fully conscious.
Well, I'll tell you this. You realize you had past lives where you were a malevolent being. I believe you're aware of this.
Is it which? Yes. Yeah. I mean,
there were reptilian lifetimes, but realize this doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that there's experiences you want to experience, and you're going through the karma of a lot of that right now. As a reptilian, an Assyrian, a blue Syrian that had an attitude problem, because you're on a world that got invaded, I believe, by other Syrians. And so you had your revenge on them, you can say. And this went on for a couple of lifetimes. And now you are going through the stages of healing right now. Not sure if any of this helps in your process, but you're going through a healing phase right now. It's say like you had rage that you had to get out of your system.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
And now you're on this planet to share love, where in other lifetimes you shared very little love. This was in all your lifetimes, but there were a few. So you're giving back, you can say, even to some that you might have done wrong in another lifetime.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's mine.
Yes, I have one question.
Yes.
I have a fascination with the whole abduction experience, like taking process and doing everything with that. Can you give me any further information regarding that for me, or why I'm just am so fascinated with everything to do with that?
Did you see the other side of it? That a lot of it was a part of healing. Much of it had to do with many souls wanted to be a part of the abduction process. And when they came into this world, yes, it did not go as planned. It was a little bit rough around the edges more than they wanted it to be. And some remembered more than they wanted to. But you see the side of the healing phases of all of that. Of the positives of it instead of the negatives. Of where a lot of this information was gathered during the abduction process. A lot of this has gone into other worlds and assisted with them in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
You take the human experience and you share it to other civilizations. Of course, in this reality, it's hard to understand that because it's so dense. But in your other realities that are a little bit more open, a lot more open-minded, and different, their experiences are a lot different than they are here. But those experiences of the abduction process actually bring a lot of what you call clarity to other civilizations,
Mm-hmm.
such as the Yanyel.
Like with the fusions of the DNA extractions and everything, and fusing with other alien races to create a hybrid child and the hybrid civilization.
And not just that, but the experiences of the abductions has been very well noted on what to do and what not to do on the extreme of abductions. You can say the Greys went all out on this planet and got carried away in some degree. And some of it was over-exaggerated, but the fear that many had seeing them, because they forgot they made a choice, they made a deal with the Greys to be a part of this. They just
Yeah. Because when I do watch those, like the Barney Hill case,
yes.
I watch that so many times, and I just love watching that.
Because it brings much healing to you also, to know that there is friends in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all negative.
Thank you so much.
If there's nothing else, there is another being that would like to come through.
Yes, we would like the being to come through. Thank you. We love you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste to all of you.
Thank you, Neiman.
My name is I Am. I'm Arcturian. Blessings to you all. Blessings.
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 Thank you for being here.
Yes, there is much assistance needed in this times of the unknown. As you drift into spirituality more questions and answers seem to be arising. We are here to bring clarity, if there's a chance of that, to those that are open-minded, those that wish not to hear our messages, but still realize there must be more to the universe, but are so closed off by material possessions, religions, that have a belief system that puts so many into a cage that we hope, wish, for those that are in these religious, you can say, prisons in some ways. We hope for them to unlock themselves when they are ready and realize the world is not as vicious as it might seem to be. It's only because fear is a blanket over humanity. Fear is what separates everyone on this planet. Once you remove the fear, you can all come together. Does that make any sense? So, messages from the Arcturians. Only that those of spirituality are going in the right direction, and those that don't understand what spirituality is, you will be soon to be awakened when the time is right for you. Oh yes, we see things so differently, like with money and all that. We see it as we don't. It just complicates everything. Money was there to keep you all separated. You realize that. And when you remove that, you all come together. Maybe not always in a positive way, see how this world operates, but it is possible for this world, for everyone, for all to get along. If that's a expression that is suitable for your planet. Are there any questions out there in internet land? If not, I can always entertain you all.
Much love. Yes, I am.
Yes.
This is Michelle. I feel like I had Arcturian energy with me today after Sarah's healing on my right-hand side. Wanted to...
Yes.
Okay, what is that about? Why does that happen? It's a very hot heat. I feel like Pleiadian energy was on one side. And okay, I just know there's energy there.
Yes.
And I wanted to know why it's there and what it's doing.
Well, are you right-handed?
I am right-handed.
Right-handed.
Yes.
It's when you're right with. Well, that is why you're feeling this. There's much stress there from the past and even from today. So it's there to release a lot of stress in that area.
Oh, okay. So, I know I've had many lifetimes, and
Yes.
as an Arcturian, I wonder if I've had them also with my son Evan as an Arcturian.
Oh yes, definitely. He was also your child in those lifetimes too.
I was told hundreds of thousands of them. I was wondering, and Christy and I were sisters at one point. Were we only sisters once or many times? Or if so, how many?
One moment. Yes, you're twin sisters at one time. As Arcturians, there are a lot of times the Arcturians were, yes, you were friends, but I believe Christy was a male and you were a female. And sometimes you switch back and forth, but you're always friends in some ways. But a lot of your lifetimes as an Arcturian was information gathering.
Ah, very interesting. So I have not ever asked this question, but I would really like to know if it's possible. Life purpose. Why am I here? And do you have any advice or, I don't know, anything to say about a direction to move in next?
Oh, you are here to be you.
Well.
And that's very important because you help others find themselves, such as your children. Realize you're here for your children for the most part. You're here for you, but you're here for them, for their journey. If you really want to go into the depths of this, you technically don't even need to be in this lifetime. So you are here for your children.
Wow.
Yes. So this is why you feel like, why am I here? What's this all about? What's on Netflix?
Well, yeah.
You're here for your children because you have matured in such a way where they need that maturing. Especially your daughter, for the most part, she needs you mostly. You are the rock of her existence. She might not always acknowledge that. She doesn't.
She does.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yes.
So, would in her current situation, does that look like a good thing for her?
Oh, yes.
Because I have mom guilt. Like, she's sad, so like maybe she wants to move back home. That I can't decide if that's a good or bad thing.
That's
I know it's not
not
good or
a
bad.
bad. It's not a.
Is it?
It's what you want it to be. It's not a bad thing.
No. It's like in my highest interest, my growth, and also what's in the highest interest for everyone.
Well, yes, exactly. But yes, you're here for them as they expand out and get used to this place. They haven't had a lot of lifetimes on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
You have had more than them, not a lot, but still more than them.
What is more?
5 more lifetimes than them.
How many like lifetimes then?
Judging from what 20 lifetimes.
That is very little.
Yes, but yes and no. How you want to look at that? You see Earth's history. Some would say that's too many.
Yeah. So it feels like too many right about now.
You realize from many extraterrestrials that is actually a lot.
Is it?
Oh yes, because many do not even want to come here for 1 lifetime, let alone 20 lifetimes. Like,
Yeah.
it's out of your mind to go there for that many times.
Well, I'm feeling kind of like a saint right now.
Yes.
So, I understand that I'm here for them, but I would also like to find something that feels amazing for me as well, since I'm here. So, do you have any ideas for me? Any direction you want to give me?
Work on your manifestation of what you want, and put what is it that you want, or do you know what you want?
I don't ever want to commit to wanting something.
Well, to want, yes, well, you can manifest. Manifest what feels right. What will make life more enticing.
Okay. So it's free. It's a free for all for me.
Yeah, manifest more joy, more happiness, more excitement. Look at it that way.
Okay.
Instead of things.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Much love.
Much love.
I was wondering if you have any personal messages for me. I just want to say much love. Also, I love you.
Much love. Your other Arcturian aspects say hello. They are realizing you are still having issues with your guides, correct?
Yeah.
1 second. They realize you're having your differences with them. It says it's okay to fire them, but realize this, they will just come back.
Now if I manifest that they don't come back.
You can do that too, but most likely they'll manifest themselves back, from what it looks like. They're just as stubborn as you are, realize that.
Okay, but then why if I replace them? Then, like, how are they gonna come back if they're already replaced?
Well, it seems like they've super glued themselves to, if you want to use that analogy. For a second. They say in Astral they'll make themselves more clear of their intentions and to make amends the differences that you might have with them. But they say they're hard to replace.
Well, that's because they're so glued on to me.
Yes, but also your experiences are unique. And you can say on the other side, it's hard to find good people these days in some regard to have the same experiences as your guys have with you. Because you've had many past lives with them where you disagreed with them then too. You could
Well,
say,
I'd really like to know what their long-term, their short-term goals are, because I have this, like, freaking late 30s. Well, I'm gonna fall back asleep. I can guarantee you, I'm gonna fall back asleep. I'm gonna go back into the vault if, they don't make themselves clear within, I say, the next 3 months. And I wish you could just whack them in the head and tell them to cop on.
this. One moment. They say in the future, soon, not now, they will have they can place their, they say argument, but to make them what's on their mind more clear to you of what is happening.
It's all good telling me in Astral, but what's the point in telling me in Astral if I don't remember it?
Oh no, it will not be in Astral, it will be in the physical.
Okay, well, they basically have a 3-month period, because after that, I'm shutting down all systems, and I'm just gonna party, and get drunk and freaking, do all this stuff that third dimensional people do until I'm like in my early 30s, and then I'll sober back up again, and then I'll go through my lightning process once again.
May I ask a question? And this is on Sean's behalf.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had this discussion, and I'm trying to understand why well, he said they wanted to leave him for 10 years. Why would that be necessary or okay? And if they want to go, why can't he have new guides in the process? Because this world is not easy to navigate, but alone. Seriously.
Yes. Reason they have not stated their case fully, so you can understand what the situation is.
Because he's going to need help, and you can't just leave somebody out there by themselves like that.
No.
You can't do that.
I believe in what they're saying is in private. They will discuss this further.
Okay, well, I appreciate the Arcturians being around me. I felt their presence. I don't know if you communicate with Okia, but if you do, tell her I love her.
Yes. Do so.
All right. I have a question
Yes.
about last time it was mentioned that there are 4 Arcturians with me,
Yes.
and I was wondering if they had any new messages for me.
They're there, but they are quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They do not intervene. They send you love. They do work on your heart chakra to open you up more. They're showing me flowers, nature. It is much help for you to connect spiritually
Mm-hmm.
and to, you can say it's a breath of fresh air to be around nature, to, you say, escape the modern world.
Well, can they help me? Because I seem to be getting pretty sad when I see things that are not so good for nature that humans do to nature. Like really sad, like starting to cry. And I was wondering if they can help me out with this because the emotions get really strong.
And they will send you love, but also you can always ask for their energy, their help to help you not be so sad, to send your energies to maybe take your mind off of it and see it as a humanity. Humanity is going through what this cycle, and you don't have to let humanity take you down their route. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
This is something that they have to fulfill, but do not have to be a part of that.
Yes. Well, thank you. Much love.
Hello, I am.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Sweet, sweet. Glad to hear. I was just wondering. I'm trying to find more information on a soul fractal of your soul, and when it comes to having experiences of an individual soul fractal, and I was wondering if you could tap into mine, and just wondering where is the of the limited of when it goes back to the oversoul, does it keep staying on its course of being the same soul fractal and going through its own experiences, and then when it gets, I guess, big enough or had all the experiences that being that fractal, then it returns back to the oversoul, or is there any more information on my soul fractal, like my last life, my very recent life, my past life, I guess?
Yes, they do release and go back into the oversoul. You have many more to go through, from what I'm gathering. Many lessons still to be learned from other past lives, and to prepare you for future lifetimes. And that is most important. Realize this. The message that was spoken earlier about having malevolent lifetimes. This was also to have these lifetimes to understand that mentality for the future, so you can understand beings of that nature when you come into their energy field. If that makes any sense.
Yes, yes. And any messages from my spirit guides? Is there anything that they wish to tell me at this time?
One moment. Be patient with your abilities. You are going through, yes, you're part of a family unit, and your being where you are is very vital. You need to be where you are today. As for those that you connect with, such as the bar, I believe some of them are shady, but you are protected. And besides that, you're learning much from that mentality that is the opposite of yours. Their belief systems are the opposite, but you don't realize, maybe you do, at times realize you're learning their point of view. And as giving you information of the human experience, you can say you are building your own library, and you all are doing this. A library of information that maybe you won't use now, but you'll use in the future. But you can always grab this information at any time if you do so.
Sweet. And thank you. When it comes to free energy technology currently, using complete 0 point energy, free energy. How many? Is there a way you can detect out of all the vehicles that are currently running right now, how many vehicles are using for a complete free energy technology, where they run completely off of like a little box that has been, you know, been told about or given info a little bit about?
Well, I can tell you this. Can't go into too much details. There are 2,000 vehicles, not that many, on your planet that are not polluting the planet, that are completely clean energy. Only big, but this is not part of the public. If that ever does hit the public, that would be easily shut down. But I believe you understand why.
Well, yes, but we're moving past that. I mean, we're
That is true.
on that verge of
Yep.
removing the people who are controlling and limiting
Yes.
us. I mean, we're not taking this anymore. You know, we want to live in peace and clean, free energy.
Yes.
And what about homes, as in like houses, or businesses or corporations that have this same similar technology that uses free energy to completely run their establishment?
5 corporations that aren't well known. Yeah. Hidden from the public, and not one you would know by name. I cannot say who they are anyway, but they are not. It is 5.
Or what about individual homes, like regular residential houses? Does anybody have using them? I'm sure. On the
Yes, but it's a small amount.
Okay, sweet. And when you project or see them releasing, or have they already manufactured thousands upon thousands of these boxes already and have them stored, or they just have the blueprints for this technology and just create them or manifest them whenever somebody just inquires about them?
There are cube type of technologies that have been made, where you say the box, but there are a few of them, but they are not part of public consumption. And they are physical.
Sweet, thank you. Any replicators that are being ran right now on this planet physically?
Not on this planet, no. Off planet.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. Much love.
That's what
Greetings, I am. This is Ashraf.
Greetings.
So I believe I have an Arcturian higher self.
Yes.
I also have an Arcturian infusion, and I feel very connected to Arcturians in general. So I was wondering if you had any information about my Arcturian past lives or connection in general. Anything.
As an Acturian, you had many connections with the Zetas. Sometimes positive, mostly positive, sometimes negative. But you had an alliance with the Zetas to learn from them, give a Arcturian perspective of how the Zetas operate. Meaning that you would go to worlds that were populated by Zetas, built by Zetas, and observe. You had many lifetimes like this. We were always going to Zeta worlds just to observe for the Arcturian collective. And in this work, you became very close with the Zetas. You were just seeing how they operated. So you have the thinking of Zetas are somewhat similar in some ways as the Arcturians, but the uniqueness of their creativity was totally new. And you were part of observing and sometimes even visiting of worlds that were robotic, of AI. There were a couple worlds like this that you were involved with, even assisting with as an Arcturian. That's all I have.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, finish, Ash?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Hi, it's Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Long time I not
Yes.
talk with someone. First thing is, do you have any message for me?
There are many Arcturians around you. 5 at this time. They're assisting with healing, helping with your direction in life, assisting with it, not getting too involved. Your spirit guide is working with you, still trying to communicate with you here and there, still learning how to communicate with each other,
Mm-hmm.
but is doing better than it used to.
Do I have made a few progression since maybe to a few weeks?
Yes.
Okay, that's probably soon. Yeah, another question is 4 days ago, I made a dream where I be able to move some people with my energy, which moved through my hand and arms. And later in the dream, I begin to move myself in the air with in the same way. The energy passed through my arms and hands, and so I'm able to move myself in the air. And after that, it's like I would say a kind of scream from the heart, which resonates really far away of me. I will said maybe kind of dragon scream, and I was being really impressed of the wave that made around me.
So is that your question?
Yeah, can you connect to that and give me explanation about that, or?
Well, your connection with the dragons, yes, you have many past lives with them.
Yeah.
You know this. So you're connecting more of their energy more than usual. In some ways becoming a dragon, it seems, in some ways. Where you are living is a place where they can connect with you easily because there's no one to intervene, such as the United States, where there's much control happening here. So where you are, if you were living on the other side of the border, you would not feel this because there's much here that would not allow that to happen, which is interesting. But yes, you are just connecting more with your family, basically. You want to know the details of that, though?
Yeah, if you have more detail, but in some way, can we, the last channeling with Neil, the connection with the dragon entity said, light the fire. This is in some way what happened, or?
All they say is it'll happen more often. You have more out-of-body experiences with them.
Okay.
That's all they say.
Can you tell me if I have any form of species or entity which dissolve any form of darkness around them? When any form of darkness was around them, they automatically dissolve by their field, or?
I do not see any darkness around them. Not this time.
You cannot connect to any kind of species was able to doing that?
The species I was trying to, by darkness, I was trying to connect with them.
No, I mean any species with ability to dissolve any form of darkness which was around them.
Moment. One moment. The ones I pick up are Zetas that work.
The Zeta.
Yeah. Yes.
In the definition I give is any form of darkness was not able to be near or them or touch them because they automatically dissolve that darkness.
Yes.
Okay. They are they all able to doing that, or it's just more specific form of Zeta?
All of them to an extent, if they are aware of their abilities. Yes.
Okay. I think. Can you tell to what the name is? The name is Silver Spark. Yeah, it's a long time we don't talk with them, but said to them to make contact with us if they are more open for that now.
Okay.
And if they wish make contact with me, I'm open to that too.
Yes, that's fine.
That's all. Thank you very much. I am.
I am. Got a quick question, real quick. I had a message a while back ago about a special 4-digit number I have written down in front of me, if you can see it. They said that it would be important in the future for this 4-digit number. Can you connect with that? And is there any info on this? I can tell you the numbers if it doesn't have no importance of being released.
It is I believe the tall blonde Nordics were the ones that gave you that message. As to the number, yes. As for its significance, it is, you can say, not known at this time, or not needed to know at this time. But yes, it has many positive powers about it to shift dimensions when it's used in the right way, and to bring civilizations together to this planet in a less harmful way, in a positive way. You can say like a wave, a shifting wave for other entities to visit this human collective.
That's awesome info.
Yes.
I got like a tingling sensation around my forehead on my right side. Is there like any beings around me that are trying to contact me, or just it's like right on my forehead right now?
That's just to give you indication that that is correct. The Palladians are near you. They are just giving you an indication that you're connecting. You are going into a higher flux of spirituality where you understand more of these things as they come to you, such as that.
Okay, sweet. And one more thing. Takur, I talked with Takur not too long ago, and I was trying to find more information or just about my son and everything. She said that I had a mathematical son that had some info or wanted to contact me, but she would tell me later. I was just wondering if is there any way that message can be relayed now, or just any info as to that about my mathematical son, or any of my sons. Say hello and send my love to all of them.
Just say it's not time yet for that to be known. I can leave you with that. That's as far as I'm going to go with that.
All right, cool. And one more thing. Any messages from my gargoyle side? I love gargoyles, so So I'd like to strengthen my connection to my gargoyle aspect.
Yes, in due time, it is essential for you to connect to this side because it's such a strong, positive side to you. As for when or how, it will come to you on its own when the time is right.
All right, sweet. Thank you. I am.
Thank you.
Hello, I have a question about the trees in my neighborhood.
Yes.
Is there anything they want to relay to me? I don't know why I just had that thought to ask.
Because the trees are connecting to you, you're becoming more aware. You were aware before, but now you're
Yeah.
becoming more aware. As your guides are working to you, you can channel trees through your toning. The trees are sometimes speaking through to you, to society, to humanity, to tell it to lighten up a little bit. So they're letting you know that at times, not always when you tone, they are toning through to you to send messages out to humanity to calm down the recklessness of the mind and others, and to, yes, tell society to chill out.
Yeah.
And do not look like, well, this is not saying it's coming through your channel, through your toning, but to say, yes, they have a good sense of humor. I'm a tree, damn it. Give me some respect.
Yeah. I think that message has been getting out lately. Someone
Yeah.
actually had a sign with that on a tree and posted it
Yes.
up on Facebook.
Yes. They're not to be messed with, but they are real also.
Mhm.
So give them some respect. Nothing wrong with hugging a tree.
I don't think there's anything wrong with hugging a
No.
tree.
Many trees on this world have attitude problems for good reason because humanity has locked them out, forgot.
Mhm. And no one
So
speaks to them anymore.
yes. So they are. It's even hard for them to connect to humanity sometimes because they're just so frustrated.
Mhm.
One thing will bring healing to a tree. This is too, as if there's like a few people, not just one, but a few. One is good. A few is even better. Reason because you have several having a conversation with them, make them feel more at home.
Mhm.
If more of that was done, they would share more love.
Mhm.
Yes, there's no one more no species more ignored than the tree people or nature
Mhm.
itself.
Yeah. And I have one more question.
Yes.
Today, I'm just minding my business, and out the corner of my eyes, I see this light. It's kind of like a blue, teal blue, aquamarine, and it was reflected off of a chair, but it was a strange colored light because it was at night. So I'm wondering what that was, or if it was anything at all.
What was the color of this again? What was
It
the
was like kind of like a blue, aquamarine, teal, that sort color.
more like angel energies that were in that area at that time?
Okay, thank you.
Healing. If there is nothing else,
I have a quick one. I am.
yes.
This is Michelle. Is it important my proximity to my daughter? like, you said it was important for me for my kids.
Yes.
This is why I'm here.
Yes.
But is proximity important? Like, do we need to live in the same town?
No.
Like,
No.
is there a better place for us to be than where we are right now? Because I have ants in my pants. I want to go somewhere else.
Go where you feel right. Does not necessarily need to be in her backyard. You do not necessarily have to move in, only if you want to. Go what you feel drawn to.
So that's confusing to me.
So if you're drawn to moving in with her, please do.
No, like for instance, if I want to move across the country, should she come with me? Is that important?
It can be. It doesn't. You will always be communicating with each other, no matter where you are in the world.
Right.
So
that's not necessary.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is something you both want, and of course, but it is not necessary. It's not a necessity.
Okay.
Then I see that connection. As long as you are on your internet or on your phone, that is what is
okay.
important.
All right. Thank you.
Can I ask him a few quick ones?
Yes, please.
Okay. About I think the guide was not all the time the same. I think they change after they do what they need to experiment with us, and you have a new one, or all the time is the same.
Is that your question? I'm not sure what your question is.
The guide we have is not all the time the same. Sometimes they just be around for a few moments, for few experience we do together, and I have another one which take the place, if you can say.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. The one which try to make connection with me, can you give me a symbol to maybe will generate a more easiest way to make this connection, or
a star will be the symbol.
Five arms is a star?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Next thing is this is the symbol of three pyramid I saw a few months ago with eyes on the top. Two of them was upside down. Can you connect to this ID and
not this time. The energy of this one has gone down too much.
Okay. If I try with I think in English is sarcophagus, or sarcophage in English, I don't know what the how call that, the king of Egyptian sleep in the pyramid, the rectangle made with the rock. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I received the idea of that sarcophagus with the triangle in front, with the circle inside this triangle, and the idea of a regeneration sarcophagus. Can you connect to this idea and give more information about that?
Only that you're connecting more to yourself, your history of yourself, your past lives. So that is why this is coming through.
Okay, it's like just more a symbol.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I must go.
Thank you, I am. Much love.
Kiss, yes. Kiss somebody you do not know. Share love.
Sweet.
Blessings.
Well, blessings.
Greetings.
Welcome back.
Okay. Well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Anybody like to do a blessing?
I'll do one real quick. Thank you so much. Much love to you all.
Yep.
定要跟你说的我婚呀，傻呆呀，大无的女生也都过我，早餐呀，说到你个的你，干啥你拉多啦，说路说安哈啥呀。
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll do one. Garantia sekatia sho kaladai sepolo shukonaka tia sikia tukulu tu pasikalana kiasa tatatano koto heisi mikiatu halia saka tu shikia tia no koto ha talano koto shikiti pasikiniu ushikia satana. Namaste.
Namaste. So we go.
Yes, I'll do a short toning. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you. All right. Good night, all, and we'll have announcements hopefully tomorrow. Sunday. Blessings.